Hello everyone, today I want to talk to you about your life's journey and life accomplishments. Hello everyone, today I want to talk to you about your life's journey and I'm going to use Hercules as an example. Now, Hercules, not the Disney cartoon or the TV shows and stuff that you see around. Hercules was a Greek classical figure, a demigod who was used by poets and storytellers in order to illustrate purpose and to illustrate how to live your life. And that's what gods are. I don't mean to offend anyone, but generally, if there's a story about a god with an alligator head or shooting laser beams out of its fingers from 4,000 years ago, I don't think that was a real thing that happened, and I think that god was an illustration to people who were literate at the time to help them conceptualize divinity, conceptualize all-being power. I just don't buy that a lot of that stuff happened, but it doesn't need to happen. It's just a story. I wonder if, in 200 years, people are going to be like, Harry Potter was a real dude and he had a wand, and we know this for real because there's movies, there's documentaries on Harry Potter, there's 6 of them, and the dude had magic, and now we need to find out how to go magic, and we need to start a church and just pray to Harry Potter. I wonder if that's going to happen, because I sometimes feel like that's what happened with some of these stories, is that people forgot it was just a story. And I'm not going to forget Harry Potter was a movie because I know that it's a movie because I went and saw it at the movies, which is a good indication that it's a movie. However, 200-300 years from now, if that all gets lost and they just find the movie, I wonder if they'll believe it's real. Anyway, so the Labours of Hercules is a story of how Hercules, who was never loved by Hera, who was the queen of the gods, because it wasn't her son, it was Zeus's son. And basically what happened was Hera made Hercules go crazy, and he killed his wife and his children one night when he was crazy. He didn't know that Hera made him crazy, and he thought that he was just a mental dude who went out and killed his family. So he's not going to he wouldn't be feeling tops about himself after that. So at the end of it, Zeus was a little bit upset that Hera did this, and Hera came down and said, "Listen, Hercules, I heard about your wife and your kid's terrible." Bitch, she did it. And she said, "Listen, if you do these things, these 12 tasks, I'll reunite you with your family and your kids." And Hercules like, "No worries, I'll do whatever." Anyway, these tasks are impossible. They're just totally impossible, right? Very, very difficult tasks. But Hercules is motivated. He's got this mission, so he ends up doing some crazy stuff. My favorite is he tricks Atlas into putting the world on his shoulders, and then gets Atlas to take the world back at the end of it. Great. You got to check this out. The full article's on my blog. You can check it out. But yeah, it's an incredible story that Hercules goes through and his struggles and strifes. And at the end of it, actually he gets a bit let down by Hera, but he eventually meets his family again in the afterlife, and everything's gravy. But one of the reasons this is important is because if you don't have a mission, if you don't have a purpose, if you don't have something bigger than yourself that you're moving towards, sometimes life can get a little bit crazy. And I think what the Greeks were trying to say about Hercules is that rather than kill himself after killing his kids and his wife, which is the natural thing to do, a mission gave him purpose and he moved forward. And I want to be a Hercules. I want to create great feats, things that outlast me. And for the women out there, you want to be a Greek goddess who creates incredible relationships and achievements as well. So to help you, on the link below, you'll be able to download a file, and this file is something that I had in my shower laminated, and it was the adventures of Brad, rather than the adventures of Hercules, the adventures of Brad. And I had, I think, about 20 things I wanted to achieve, and I won't tell you what they are because they're super cool and sexy, and I'm going to keep them to myself. But the fact is, they were there, and they're things I could move towards. You can download the same file I used, and you can just type in, it's an editable PDF, you can type in what your goals are, print it, laminate it, and keep it somewhere. You don't have to laminate it. I'm not at all sponsored by the laminating companies of the world, although if you're watching, please subscribe and donate. But this file will allow you to just keep on track to keep your labours and your adventures, because that's what life is. It's an adventure. It's an adventure story, and you need to be travelling. You need to be visiting new countries and expanding your horizons and understanding new concepts for an adventure to work. I've never gone to a movie that said adventure. That had adventure in the title, and it was a dude playing Nintendo, drinking beers, and falling asleep in front of midnight TV. I haven't seen a movie like that. I hope there's no movies like that. But the reason there's no movies like that is it's supposed to be an adventure, and your life is supposed to be an adventure. And sometimes you need to be reminded of that. And if this file reminds you that, you know what, you got to go to Paris, you got to get there, you got to go check it out, you got to get your pockets picked on the lock bridge where the lovers put the locks. You got to have these adventures. You got to get out there. You got to make this your epic adventure story. And this file download will I think assist you in that. It definitely assisted me. So check out the link, download the file, use it. Hope you love it. But yeah, Hercules, Labours, Mission, Purpose. That's what it's all about. Check out the full article on the link below to the Hadron Collider blog. I think you'll really like it. Other than that, thank you and goodbye.